you saw yourself or one of your friends. Just because we're at home doesn't mean that the learning has stopped. The students at St. Francis have all continued to do their learning, writing, reading, and maths. Some classes have even started to do other subjects like history, geography, science, and art. I wonder if you've seen Mr. Andreatta's PE videos. Were you able to complete his challenges? Have you noticed Gubio has been busy making some videos for you as well? Who would have thought a wolf could do yoga? Cook Sensei has also been providing the kids at home with some learning activities for Japanese. Unless you've been sleeping under a rock, you would know that the Olympics are on at the moment in Tokyo, Japan. This has made Cook Sensei very excited, and she has been asking the students to be creative with the Olympic pictograms and the Olympic mascots. Here are some examples. Ew.
Wow, can you believe how creative some of our students are? That was terrific. Thanks, Cox Sensei, for the creative activities. I would now like to invite Mrs. Bellinger to address the school community.
Wow, look at all that great work, and it's wonderful to see you all at home or at school and all the wonderful learning you're doing. I just wrote down some things from some of the clips that I was looking at, and I'm thinking, wow, you've got fantastic classrooms, learning spaces at home that you've created, so that's fantastic to see. You've also got, every now and again, I saw a parent or a parent's hand helping you out with your learning children, so that's good. I hope you're thanking them because it's hard work being a teacher and a parent as well. Just also in some spaces, I even noticed some posters up to help you with your learning. That was a great idea that you've done as well. But also, you know, there are some positives, just like in the prayer that the leaders read out, there are some positives to this. Children, you're not having to wear your uniform. There wasn't one child in their uniform. So you can get up every day and think, what am I going to wear to school today? So you can change around what you're wearing. So that's a novel thing. The other thing is that you all had smiling faces and you're enjoying the learning. So that's great to see as well. And also, you know, the Olympics, what's happening at the moment, that's something that we can all celebrate and it's good to see. So just to start off with, that was just some points that I noticed as I was looking through what you were sharing with us. Just good afternoon to the parents, the staff and the students.
Right.
Thank you to our great leaders this afternoon that are leading this assembly. And the other thing too is I was reflecting on when we first held our Zoom last year in the first lockdown and how we had some problems with the Zoom because people didn't mute their technology and there were some problems. We're doing such a much better job this year. So we've learned a lot there. Just it's really wonderful to connect, even if it is only virtual with everyone. But even though we're going through very difficult and unusual times, we need to find the good in every day. If we think about as Christians, you know, our beliefs are that we're people of faith and hope, and we need to be praying to God for his support and getting us through this difficult time, and ask for patience. I know myself, each day I sort of think, well, hopefully we'll be all back together very soon. And you know, you can get a bit deflated because that doesn't happen. But we need to be patient and know that we'll get through this. And one day, hopefully very soon, we'll be all back together. And I'm very confident of that. So I'd just like to thank some people. Firstly, to the parents. You are doing an awesome job. You know, I know firsthand how hard it must be trying to manage, for some of you working at home, trying to help with the children with their remote learning and all the stresses that go with that, apart from sometimes financial stresses as well. And just looking after yourself is so important. So I do appreciate what you're doing. And if there's anything at all we can do, all you have to do is either email or call the office, and we will try and support you in any way we can. But we're very grateful for what you were doing as this difficult time's thrown us this curveball, and you're really doing the best you possibly can, and we appreciate that. To the students, you need to listen to your parents. And if they tell you it's time to go to bed, go to bed. If it's time to do some reading, do some reading. So try and be as helpful as you possibly can, not just with your learning, but chores around the house. And as I often say to you, make sure you take time out and give them a hug and tell them how much you love them and care for them and appreciate what they're doing for you. So children, please remember that. And as I always say, keep up the learning, keep that happening all the time, and just make sure you read as many times through the day as you possibly can. We all need at this time to focus on making sure that we keep safe and well, and that's the main priority I think that all of us need to focus on. I'd like to particularly thank the staff and my leadership team. The staff are doing an absolutely amazing job. They're, you know, having to put a lot of hours in to preparing the home learning for the children, working with our children that have to come to school because their parents are essential workers and supporting those families. So they're doing a lot in the background to support, and they're doing it with the smile on their face. Some of them are working remotely because they are out of Blacktown area, and some of them are coming on site. So I really do thank them from the bottom of my heart for everything they're doing. And I thank them on behalf of all the children as well as the parents. The other thing was just next week, parents, you may get phone call through the week from an unknown number. I know we put out a Compass message about that. Sometimes we are connecting via home, so people are using an unidentified number. So if you do, we will be getting touching base with most parents next week just to check in and just make sure that everything's going okay with you. So just I'll warn you of that, I suppose, so that you know that's happening. Now, the other thing I'm going to end off, I know that Mr. Boyd or the leader is going to share something with you in a little while, but I just wanted to end on something a little bit, a funny thing. It wasn't a joke, but it's funny, I hope you think. My eldest daughter, she's got 4 children, and she can't get their hair cut. And it's funny because I know that some of my teaching staff are saying to me, you know, the hardest thing I'm having to deal with, I can't go and get my hair cut. What am I going to do? Or I can't get my nails done. Anyway, my oldest daughter, she often used to say to me, Mum, I'm never going to do what you did to us as kids and cut their hair. Well, guess what? Last week, she bought some clippers and she started cutting her son's hair. And I thought, gee, how things have changed. And it turned out okay, but it could have been as bad, I suppose, as how I used to cut the children's hair. So I had a look on the website, and you might see here, this is a little girl, and you won't be able to see what, it's not coming up real clear. Okay, so So on this little one, this girl's not looking really happy. And she's saying, when I ask for a trim, but walk out looking like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, she's not very happy, as you can see, because she's not liking her new haircut. And then we've got this little boy who reminded me of the picture I saw of my grandson when my daughter was cutting his hair. And if you look at his face, he's not looking very happy, is he? He's a bit worried about how his haircut's going to turn out. So I hope, children, that mums and dads, if they're not really sure of how to cut your hair, they put it off until the hairdressers and barbers are back. So thank you very much for joining our assembly today. We've got a massive turnout. There's 171 participants today, which I think's a record for our Zooms. So it was great seeing you all, and I'll hand back now to our leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bellinger. Something has definitely happened to the teachers since they have been working from home. All of a sudden, they think they are comedians. Check out our funny teachers.
Because Pepper makes them sneeze.
All right. Sorry, everyone. We'll start that again. I had it on mute. Rookie mistake.
What kind of photos do turtles take? Selfies.
Hi, boys and girls. Is Mrs. Falconer here? Why can't you play cards on the African plains? Because there are too many cheaters.
Why do fish live in salt water? Because Pepper makes them sneeze.
All right. What's the difference between a teacher and a train? Don't know? I'll give you a clue. It's got to do with chewing gum. Give up? The teacher says, throw out the gum. And the train says, choo-choo.
Why are elevator jokes so good? They work on many levels.
It's a total rip-off.
Why are fish so smart? Because they live in schools. What did one wall say to the other wall? I'll meet you at the corner.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I know.
I know who.
I know you. Hey, Claire, why is basketball the most messiest sport in the Olympics?
I don't know, Mum. Why?
Because the players dribble all over the court.
What do you call an avocado that goes to church? Holy guacamole!
How can you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it.
Why can't Elsa from Frozen have a balloon? Because she will. Let it go. Let it go.
Why don't eggs like to tell jokes? Because they're always too busy cracking up.
Hey, Toby, what do you get when you cross a cocker spaniel, a poodle, and a rooster? A cock-a-poodle-doo.
What did one eye say to the other? Between us, something smells.
Okay, kids, here's one for you. Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill? To get to the bottom.
How did the dog stop the music? She used pause. What kind of music frightens the balloon? Music.
Why did the kid throw his clock out the window? Because he wanted time to fly.
Why do you never see an elephant hiding in a tree? Because they're very good at it.
Why did the chicken cross the road? All the other chickens weren't socially distancing.
What did the fish say when it ran into the wall? Damn!
I could see a lot of you were laughing really hard at those jokes. Let's give the teachers a big clap for trying to be funny. That brings us to the end of our assembly for this afternoon. It has been amazing to see all of your smiling faces. Thank you everyone for joining us. Even though we are going to be stuck at home for a little bit longer, that is okay. Your learning will continue and everything will be okay. Just like me, I know you can't wait to get back to school. Until I see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. Bye.